numbers. Let's not say numbers. Let's just talk.
We were all children.
No, I was not a child. You were children. As I look back at the photos, I'm like, damn, I was hanging out with really young people.
I was like, who's this old dude?
I know, it was creepy. So
who always patches him with words of wisdom.
Which were I had no idea what I was talking, completely out of my ass. But so anyway, so Joe co-founded the Charming Hooligans, which came out of another troupe, Beat the Dead Horse, which you were in.
Correct.
And that's like really like Tampa Bay's first improv troupe.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, which was also founded by, but it was founded by Rob Johnson, Sean Panessa, myself, and a few other people who filtered out afterwards. And
now, how old were you when you did that?
22,
22,
maybe?
so very young.
Yeah.
I'm in my 30s. Awful. I'm old. And you're there.
You were 30 then?
I don't know.
That makes you
it seems
68
now. Yes, I'm 68 now. So yeah, so you started. Now you were, and even before that.
Oh my God.
even before that, you were in Sidewalk Cracks, which was a sketch comedy.
A sketch comedy show, yeah.
Yeah, well, live or taped?
Taped.
So you did only video sketch comedy.
Right.
Public access?
Yes.
Yes, and that was Tampa's public access.
Newport Richie.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Highfalutin.
We were like the rural public access.
They were like, these guys are good.
Yeah, we like these guys. He does things with stuff.
You guys are filming and directing and stuff. You're like real Hollywood people. Not to, if you're new from Newport Richie, I know you don't talk like that. I apologize. It's a much mellower accent. Same mentality. But
Same
mentality. How you doing? I'm from Newport Richie.
It's not
like that.
It's like
I've
that.
never heard that.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, guys.
So anyway, long lineage of history
slow.
with Joe Davison here.
Right,
I haven't seen Joe, and it's got to be 10 years, yes?
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Long time.
You've been local this whole time.
Yep.
Haven't called me.
No, well.
Nothing on Facebook, really. I mean,
Not really.
A couple of things back and forth.
Yeah.
You've kept in touch with Jason, who's in Chicago.
Jason Kraynek.
Very far away. No chance you would ever be able to bump into him.
No.
And yet you kept in touch with him this whole time.
Yes.
But not me.
No.
Okay, so anyway, so Joe now moves from the improv, and now let's get to the end. We're in the Charming Hooligans together. As anything, it's like VH1 behind the scenes. There's riffs. Jordan comes into the scene as Joe is kind of exiting, right?
I wasn't even there when you came in.
No, you
Not
were
at all.
there.
You were gone. He
Was
remembers
I?
you.
We met at the Dick Shaw class.
Ah.
You were still in the troupe. Yeah,
You
no,
were
it
in
was
the
just
troupe.
before you left to go sell rugs. We did Mother's Milk shows, and then there was because I kind of moved in with Marty just as you were leaving to go on the road with Meg. Is that right?
Yeah, Meg.
Megan.
Yeah, Megan.
And like Marty was all upset because he wanted to go where he was going
He
to
wanted
sell
to
rugs
sell
too, but he
rugs?
couldn't.
I didn't know that.
Well,
Marty?
he didn't really want to sell rugs, but he'd already like gotten ripped off by the rug selling people.
Everyone got ripped off by
Well,
that.
yeah.
scheme.
I didn't
By
say
the
he was
Amway
alone
rug.
in that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was.
Yeah.
Dude, at one point,
You know what? I was young though, man. I'll tell you what. It was some of the most interesting part of my life, man.
Really?
Traveling. We went almost all the way to like Wyoming.
What? With
Yeah.
rugs?
Yeah.
They were like, you know what? There's people out west. They
Yeah.
need rugs.
Let's go.
What?
Round the trailers.
What?
I heard rumors of bare linoleums in Butte, Montana. We will go there.
This will not stand.
We're gonna replace that tile.
So you drove all the way with Meg out there.
Yeah.
That's-
We went everywhere. We were in Miami, then we went all the way up the East Coast. I think as far as Atlantic City.
And this is what time frame? 1990.
I don't know.
And now you have no
I
idea.
had a lot of drugs back
Is it-
then.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And now you're straight edge. You're completely sober.
I didn't do any drugs then either.
I can't tell if you are on drugs or not, Joe. I really.
I smoked a lot of pot.
Okay, well that's
Yeah.
that's a drug in some
kind of-
circles.
Some people call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I
We
mean, not a
don't.
lot. I mean, when I did it, it was enough to like totally make me go retarded. You know.
But I will say this. Great improviser, always a blast on stage. You
Thanks.
totally commit when you were in a scene. It was a lot of fun working with you. And you saw some of the shows with Joe.
Oh yeah, you were there.
Yeah, he was there.
Mother's
He was
Milk.
great.
No, I saw it. I don't remember. I still smoke weed.
Now, like, I don't know if you remember Jordan. Jordan's evolution with us has been sort of antagonistic.
Wow.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Everything
though,
he always
hate
describes
everything.
me
You
as
were
person
always
enemy.
kind of mean.
See?
Well, I'm not a good person. I fully admit that. So that's nothing. Whatever.
And he had nothing
From what
but...
I remember.
Yeah, no, the impression you got was he hates
Yeah.
me. Immediately you're like...
I was like, who's that fat ass who hates me?
He hates me.
But now you're not fat.
But now he's not fat.
No.
He still
I
hates
am.
you. He still
I've
hates
gotten
you, but he's
fat.
not fat. No, you're thick. You're swarthy.
It's the pirate in me.
Yeah, he walked in like Blackbird to the Freaky Tiki. Hey, y'all.
Dude, the man has presence.
I know.
The first time anyone has ever opened the door for us walking into this building was tonight.
That is true.
Like, that security guard was like, oh, crap, I will open the door for you, sir.
Yes, come. I'm sorry. Here, punch me.
Usually that guy just gives us dirty looks because we're standing in the parking lot smoking.
Well, you two look like hooligans. You really, I mean, not like that, but like, I mean, like thugs.
Do we?
Wow.
Yeah, like either
you read that guy. Look, you stream. Do I look like a thug?
How high did that go? That your voice just went like to like.
Yeah, it's a... That's where I'm at now. But now, so Jordan is in. You were out. What happened? What happened to you after you left? When you left, and what and why? Why did you leave?
I was abducted by aliens, and I had to save the planet.
See, and we
no one believed me. No,
we talked about that. No, we talked about it, and now it's come to fruition.
You know, I had a really sad falling out with the Hooligans, man. I felt like I was kicked out.
What?
Yeah, man.
Because of the rug thing?
No, because when I came back, I wasn't allowed back in.
Yeah, Marty
and Daryl.
I'm blaming it all on Marty to get him to call in.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to call in the studio, we're going to take calls in the second half because I don't want to interrupt this. The number is 727-331.
You remember?
Hold on. 727-331-6417. Call in. Second half of the show. We're getting a long show, so about quarter of, 8? No, what time is it? What the hell time?
It's like
quarter of 9.
8.
At quarter of 9, we'll start taking calls. Anyway, so I'm sorry.
Okay,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. What?
Whatever. No. Well, number one, you've already been rude to Mr. Davison by cutting him off.
Well, I want to get
No, it was my fault. He was given a number.
That's okay.
I'm here for you.
Yeah, it's called giving. I was taking.
Yes, he took from me.
Yes.
See, that's why he's such an excellent improviser.
And also, I think if people who were in the Hooligans at the time that were being discussed, like they should be able to call in.
Oh, I know. I totally agree.
Like Marty,
call in.
Because Marty should be able to defend himself. Because right now I'm trying to blame it all on him for fun.
Well, I will bring up that.
No, what happened with Marty?
Well, I don't know. We kind of started he and I started not getting along. And I think that was because Jason was creating riffs in the improv troupe, and I was coming to Jason's side.
And now you're still very close with Jason.
Still very close with Jason.
Who lives in Chicago.
Who's very talented photographer. He's a director of photography now.
Yep.
He shoots news. He shoots commercials.
Yeah, music videos. He's really
he just finished up a horror film himself.
Awesome.
But I was told by a certain someone at some point that I was not as funny as I thought I was.
Was that a person that was in the troupe?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that I should reassess my position.
Wow. Do you think that was Marty?
Well, they told me to my face.
Oh, he said it to you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a...
No. It was told to my face.
Oh, wow. So it was Marty. Because, look, this is a full
It was right outside his house.
So he said
No, it was outside your house.
It was outside my house.
Remember we had to park on the side? We come to practice?
Right. Sure.
We parked over here in that little parking lot?
Yeah.
The doctor's office.
He turned you out in the doctor's office?
Yeah.
Parking lot?
Yeah, I had all I could do not to,
Get violent?
No, just go like that to him and be like, what?
I'll smack my hand at you, sir.
That's right. No, but and at that point I was like, you know what? It's not worth it, man. I was like, I've been doing this a long time, It was like, I didn't know where we wanted to go. We were changing formulas.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted to go long form, and I'm very particular to short form.
I love short form.
We're talking about improv, short form versus long form.
Yeah,
improv.
no, Jordan is the opposite. He prefers the long form sort of experimental improv. You kind of loathe the short form.
I got tired of it after a while.
Right, that formula.
But I think that's what the audience wants, man, because their attention span isn't 30 minutes, is 30 seconds.
And here's the difference for those of you who don't know improv. There are different styles of improv. Long form, or what some people call a herald, are 3 acts that kind of are interconnected. And long form is more of a free flow where the games aren't stopped and started. Short form is more like whose lines it anyway. That's
right. It's all games and
they're improv exercises. Exactly.
Yeah.
They're more exercises. Even though the exercises are incorporated into long form, you can see the themes in there. I've seen some long form troops.
But you can still do structural short form with almost the guise of a long form improv and still bring back callbacks from the beginning of the show at the end of the show.
Right.
Hour and a half. I mean, we did hour and a half shows, man.
Yeah, no, they were.
We did 15 or 16 short form bits.
Sure.
You know, like we did a lot as an improv
sometimes
troupe.
there was a theme and sometimes there wasn't. Very hectic. If you go back and read some of the old reviews from Creative Loafing, Weekly Planet, and they called us very frenetic and kind of disconjointed. They were insinuating that it wasn't a linear sort of a thing happening. It was this side of the edge of Verve, you know, like anything could happen.
I think if we were to do the Hooligans now, it would be a much different improv troupe because we're all a little bit wiser and a little smarter.
Well, it also would be a lot more tiring if we tried to do that old crap. Are you kidding me? I'd pass out. I can't do that.
A lot more jokes about marriage, and kids.
You know,
not getting head. That would be in there.
All right, we need a location. The bedroom. What's happening? Nothing.
Okay, so after this riff with Marty, you just decide that's it.
Yeah.
And then what happens? How do you end up starting a production company, Pop Gun Pictures? I have some questions for you. I'll throw some questions.
I went to, you know that Darren Verde, I don't know, you know.
Who's at Sad Comedy Lab.
Who's at Sad Comedy Lab, who,
you know,
is one of the best, I think he's one of the best improv comedians that I've ever worked with on set. Besides you and Jason Kraynek.
Darren was very funny. Loved him in the Blues sketch.
There's one sketch that he did, at Mother's Milk where he was eating a hamburger and he went through like 4 or 5 different personas while he was eating. Do you remember that?
No.
That to me, I still see that.
Yeah.
Like I was like, that's when I was like, this guy's amazing.
See, the thing, it's funny how we remember different things. I remember Jason like leaping off of a speaker at Mother's Milk.
Yeah, I remember that because he landed on me.
Yeah. Okay. So, and he has a still of that. Ironically, he posted. I was thinking about we're talking 12 feet in the air. This guy jumps up. I'm like, oh my god.
I remember throwing him around stage all the time, man. All the time.
He was my teddy bear.
That's why my back is. I can't get up in the morning. I have to roll out of bed to stand up because my back is infused with all my spine is just a rod.
Well, now here's the transition, though. I think the transition actually happened in the interview that you did with the B Movie Man. I pulled it up online. Yes, you mentioned the Beat the Dead Horse in your interview, and I was just curious, why didn't you mention the Charming Hooligans or the Caffeine Kids? Were you mad at us at the time?
No, I think I was just trying to. I'm always mad at someone. Yeah. No, you know, the Caffeine Kids, man, to get on a different track with that, I didn't mean not to mention people. I try to mention everyone as anyone who, within the time frame of which I'm doing the interview, I try to mention those people that I'm working with. Yeah. Because those are going to be the ones who are prevalent, who are listening and reading. Okay. Guys from 6 years ago, they're not going to give a shit. You know
well, it leads me to the next question. In the same interview, you claim that director Charles Knowles was in the audience of a Beat the Dead Horse show.
Right.
And he saw you, he liked what he saw, and he gave you a role in his film.
Right.
So my question is, why weren't any of the other troupe members offered work? Were you mad at us?
No, you weren't involved here yet. You weren't here yet.
It's a joke.
It was really...
No, let's go.
I was mad at Rob.
I knew it!
I was mad at Rob.
I knew it! No, but so that's what happened. You're at a show, a director sees you, gives you a role in the film.
Right.
And this is a horror
I went
film?
to Miami. No, it was like a short film. It was based on The Upturned Face.
Okay.
And it was a Civil War movie. I played a Civil War soldier who had to kill his horse and then bury this dude.
This is the lead in the film?
Yeah.
That's amazing. You go to an improv show, you see a guy and say, you know what? He looks like a Civil War guy. I think he would look good in the Civil War. What side were you on? North side? Gray.
You bastard.
Yeah. Well.
Why do you hate black people?
That was the rule.
That was hey, gotta do, it's acting, man. You commit.
I don't hate anyone.
So now from this film, do you get the bug at that point?
No, I didn't really. Jason and I I was trying so hard back then to get an agent and a manager, and I thought, I didn't know shit. I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. But I was just going through the motions, like, you got to do it this way, and you got to do it like that, and this is what you need to do, and you need to go meet this person and give him a headshot. And I was working so hard trying to do that, as well as the comedy, and, like, trying to push the troupe. And
the rugs?
The rugs came in, that was so quick, and it was over within, like, a month and a half.
He was so serious about him and Marty, it was weird. It's almost like they joined the Scientologists when they got those rugs. It was so crazy, dude.
You had to.
You need a rug? I got rugs. I got a warehouse of rugs. I know where to get rugs.
Well, Marty and I, this is how it happened. We got in an argument, and we walked down the street, and as we're walking, we were beamed up into space.
Of course. This will be Joe's next film.
No,
The
anyways,
Rug Guys.
so
17 ninjas.
so, but the rug thing was so like I barely remember that, man. Outside of going out, and,
I think for me it was the last thing I remember of you really solidly.
yeah,
Was that you were involved in rugs and then you were gone.
Yeah, we only did that for like maybe 6 weeks.
So,
man.
but you guys went. You were extras on a Pacino film.
Yeah, we went and we did work out in Miami for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were out there for like a long time.
Yeah.
And then came back and I was kind of done with it. And I went to an agent and she was like, "Well, you need more work than this, and you got to do this and that. And you need to pay $500 to be in our acting class." And I was
Give me
like,
money.
Yeah, and we've got a special portfolio
Yeah.
deal where we take your pictures. We get a licensed photographer. And yeah, I've been there.
so I was like pissed off, and I was like, so I didn't really do any acting until,
Where are we at as far as time frame?
I have no idea, man, because
Well, when did you do your first? You did a documentary. I mean, your first film that's really listed here on your IMDb site is Unearthed in 2004.
Yeah.
Now, were you acting in that or directing or what was?
I was a co-producer and I starred in that film alongside Tom Savini.
Okay, Tom Savini. Obviously, people don't know Tom Savini. You might recognize him from Dusk to Dawn. He was in Quentin Tarantino's
Machete.
Machete, exactly.
Yeah,
Didn't he do the special effects for one of the
Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is a big deal for you. I mean,
Yeah.
and let me back up just like 5 years. I remember being at Darren's house in South Tampa, and we're talking about whatever, and you say, I want to write books. I want to do horror films, and we're like, yeah. We're all pretty supportive. And then you come up with this idea. You say, I got this idea for this film. There's vampires in the basement, werewolves on the roof of this one building, and the people are trying to somehow get in and out of the building. Whatever it was.
Close. It was werewolves on the roof, weapons in the basement.
Oh, weapons in the basement. Okay,
Yeah.
there's no vampires in there? Because I
No.
thought, okay. Anyway, I know that we all looked at you and went, yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds great.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And now here you are,
Mm-hmm.
and you're actually doing these films.
Mhm.
And you're working with Tom Savini.
Yeah, I've done 8 horror films, 1 romantic comedy.
What was the romantic comedy?
Mr. Engagement. We just shot that in March.
I think I saw that trailer.
Yeah. Produced by Rod Grant locally and written by him as well. And then I came on and directed it. So it was fun, man. It was a fun little change. But I don't know how I got from, because I came back to do improv with
The
Jason
Caffeine Kids, yep.
and my old buddy Ryan Bauer.
And how long were the Caffeine Kids together? Because at that point I was pissed at you guys.
Good
Yeah, I remember
God.
that. There's so much bad blood going on.
And whatever.
Well, because you guys, they took our improv gig.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Jason weaseled in on the... And let me rephrase.
That's not true, man.
I
Because
don't wanna
I
say
knew Gary
weasel.
Menke.
Well, I did too. I mean, I contacted the Improv before they even opened
Yeah.
the club. And so at that point I was like, well, what the hell, man? It's a Caffeine Kids. What, do you got notes?
Yeah, we got notes.
You want to take breaks? Circle yes or no. If yes,
Please.
when. Wow, shouldn't this be in like one of those things that I can just pick up the corner, you can flip it up? You can talk to us, Tiffany. It's okay. This is a
What
real
is
show.
what is this?
The
What is this
show.
about the after party with no clothes?
Oh, it says circle yes or no. Or,
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, circle close or no close.
No clothes, just over here.
No, we'll take a break at quarter up. How's that? Can we do that?
Yes.
So then you can go hang out with your boyfriend, then you come back at quarter up when you're done smushy face and
Okay.
sniffing each other's hair. There you go. All right.
Awesome.
Tiffany Barbie, everybody, our producer.
All right,
Nolan
thanks.
skipped it. Thank you,
Tiffany
Tiffany.
Barbie, ladies and gentlemen, our Tybo comedy correspondent.
Typo. I would kick him for that.
So a quarter to.
Quarter to, yeah. All right, thank you. So anyway, so yes, so you're in the Caffeine Kids. How does that whole thing break up? Wasn't there a girl involved in that as well? Yes. He's shaking his head. No,
Dude,
but maybe it was.
I had met. I was getting into the film scene in town, and I met my buddy Nolan Collins, and he was working on a movie called.
Too long, not important. Move
Yeah,
on.
whatever it's called. Directed by Rick Danford, and that starred Tom Savini. That's how I met Savini. That's how I got him into our movie.
Sweet.
But I met some other people in there. And anyway, so my old buddy Ryan Bauer from the Sidewalk Cracks,
Mhm.
we hadn't seen each other in 6 years, I
Mhm.
guess. We tie back in. We decide we're going to work together. Jason comes in. We get Victoria Trantham, who's a great
Improvise.
thespian, man.
thespian,
She's a
yeah.
great actress
Yeah.
and great comedian and beautiful. And she was in a band and she sang and
Mhm.
she was great. And then we got Patty White, who was a great actress as well. And it was the 5 of us.
And how long was the run at the Improv then?
I don't know, man. I don't.
6 weeks.
I can't remember. It was long, man, because we did. I know we did something like 8 or 9 shows, so several months.
Right on. And so then, how does that? Do you get? There's a rift with the girl, obviously. One of the girls.
Yeah, Ryan and his girlfriend, who was also in the troupe, decided to break up.
Oh God. That's bad.
Yeah, and you know, I had made that when Jason and I started it, we were like, listen, man, there will be no inner relationship. It's not gonna happen.
We said that with the Hooligans. I heard that and beat that at horse. It never happens.
No.
It never happened. You were like, funny girl, she's hot.
Yeah.
I think we could work.
Yeah.
I think we could be together. We're both funny.
Yeah.
But it never works.
No.
Never.
Well, it wasn't me. It was Ryan and the other girl.
Well,
and
it's never you, of course.
And
Joe.
they destroyed it. And after that, Jason and I were like, "Fuck it, man. I'm tired." Oops.
No, that's all right. It's all right. Keep going.
Boop.
That's all right. We're on the internet.
Jason and I were like, you know, it's not
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it
and
anymore.
That's it.
Yeah, He's like, I'm gonna move to Chicago, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna start getting into film, and that's exactly what happened. I started working closer with my buddy Nolan Collins. We made a feature film that's never been edited, so it's never been out there. That was my first feature film.
It's still not edited?
No, it was called Pain.
Isn't that funny? Because the Open Mic Project, same thing. I've had footage for 6 years. Jordan was in it. Very funny little documentary.
We busted our butt on that thing, man. We shot for weeks shooting this big feature action film.
Yeah.
We were on the USS Victory in Tampa, on the port there, that big battleship.
Sure.
We were on there for 4 days straight doing a shootout. They let us come out there, and we had like 10 extras and Uzis and machine guns and doing big shootouts.
Where do you get the guns? That's what I want to know. How do you get some movie guns?
We just know people have guns and put blanks in them.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a little aggressive.
So that's how it works.
Is that legal?
Yeah, that's all you do.
As long as they're concealed weapon?
You just do blanks, man.
I know a lot of people with the Uzis, so we can make an action.
Hey, it works for Brandon Lee, so...
Well, that's true. It's horrible.
We just get the blanks and you got the Uzis.
We just clean them out first.
Yeah, Brian, listen, Brian, bring your SKS over.
It's only a 22. Go ahead, shoot me with it.
Jesus Christ, all right. I thought you were going to say, like, from a warehouse. There's a website you go to. No,
well, you can get blank guns online.
Expensive.
Not really, $300.
That's not bad.
No.
For how long, a day?
No, you can buy them.
Oh, and that's it. They're yours.
Yeah, they're just blank adapted guns. You can't put bullets in them.
$300 for a blank Uzi gun. How awesome would that be?
What would be the point of that? That's just like a murder penis that gets you killed, and you can't even actually use it as a murder penis.
No, but you can
you can pull it out and get shot by cops.
New Year's Eve, you can in the air.
New Year's Eve, you can get shot by cops. It's like, hey, I want to see what a helicopter looks like when it flies over my neighborhood with the spotlight out. Yeah, good job. Anyway.
All right, so sorry. And now, so at what point did you found the is it the Tampa Bay Film?
It was the Tampa Film Network. Yes. That happened after I moved to England. I lived in England for 3 years.
So you went to England?
Yeah.
Holy crap! What
I shot 4 films over there.
But what prompted the move to England?
I got married, and she was in the Air Force and got stationed at Lakenheath Air Force Base.
So in between leaving the caffeine kids and you meet a girl that's in the Air Force, you get married. She says we're going to England.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
I'm like, let's do it.
All right, but with you have no film ties in England at this point.
Nope, nothing.
Okay, so you go over there. What
happens? I got over there. I met a film group in Cambridge, and we made 4 films together.
How do they like you first?
I was the only American.
But how
they love
me?
me. They love me.
Really? They love the Americans? They're not pissed at us? How long
they
was
weren't.
this?
2004.
Okay, so things were not so bad.
Not so bad. Don't go there now.
Now they're pissed at us?
Yeah, don't go there now, man.
Limey bastard.
I get emails from my people who were my friends.
Were your friends?
Piss off.
Did you?
I'm just kidding. That's all it says.
Nice.
I open the email. It's just, wake up!
Nice. Dude, we had pints together.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So now you're there. You did 4 films. Which films did you do?
It was called, one was Into the Darkness that I wrote, and it was directed by Kate Robinson, who also directed a Lord of the Rings segment called, shit, I can't remember, but sorry, Kate. And then we did Battered Sausage, which was directed by Emily Bleckham.
Battered past tense sausage?
That's a treat over there.
Oh, well, I've never been. I don't know. Did you know that?
It's a sausage in batter.
Yeah.
It's battered. Okay.
Battered.
I thought it was beaten up sausage. I thought
like a battered
I'm
sausage.
thinking my head is in the horror.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
And then we did Office Devils.
You were thinking of a bloody wiener.
Yeah. Basically.
No,
yeah. Well, they drive around in like ice cream trucks and sell fish and chips and battered sausage
Nice.
instead of ice cream.
Nice.
This is what the English people consider a snack.
Kids come out to get a
Kids
little
come out to
cholesterol.
get fried sausage. Mommy, I got it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, their eyes are from the gluten and all the crabs are going milky white with the eyes.
Not to mention their sausage over there, redefined bland.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not spicy or anything.
Oh no.
No, it's
Wow.
it's just sausage.
Yeah.
What?
It's just ground meat with no.
Okay, they have baked beans with their breakfast. Just so you know, that's like a staple.
Well, that could be enough.
It's like eggs,
I could see a hungover.
not bacon. They call it bacon, but it is not bacon.
What is it?
It's like ham.
Canadianish bacon.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like warm ham,
Oh, that's not nice.
and then beans.
Well, what about and the blood sausage? You got the black pudding.
I don't eat blood pudding. No, thank you.
It wasn't terrible.
Spotted dick.
I mean, I'm thinking
No
like
thanks.
Irish. Irish, you got to have like a fried tomato.
Yeah, Jordan
in
is
there,
into trying exotic foods. He never if he goes to a Mexican place, he's gonna eat the one thing that they have to import from somewhere.
Yeah.
and cook it
Nah,
specially.
nah, you don't have to import cowhead. They just boil it.
Well, who the hell eats cowhead though? I don't know. I've never met
Mexicans,
anybody. Have
apparently.
you ever had cowhead? No. So
You never had tongue?
Well, no, I've seen it, but why
Not
would
in
I
a long time.
eat- Yeah. 7
Ah,
years,
yeah.
Huh? So now you're in England. You do what was the other two films? You did
It was Into the Darkness, Battered Sausage, Office Devils,
Office Doubles.
which was this like James Bond spoof. It was really funny.
So are these?
They're short
none of them
films.
but none of them are horror films. Really.
No,
So you're not.
and then I directed a movie, a short film called Duck Feeder, which is about this guy who is on a park bench and meets a girl and he waits for her to come back. So he goes there every day and feeds the ducks until she returns, only to find out that she's a lesbian and that his roommate is hooking up with her.
His roommate, who's a woman.
Who's a woman, yeah.
Well, that's-
Do a movie about people eating duck feet because it's funny as hell. You ever done that? I ate those. Like there's a place in
See?
St. Pete, but like
There's nothing on duck feet.
No, there is just a ton of meat on it. Like the webbing
Yeah,
is
a ton
delicious.
of meat.
Ton of meat.
Like you can
What do you consider a ton of meat?
Well, for the size, they're really big.
For the
like
size.
that big, yeah.
Well,
It's like eating a rib, but it's
this big.
With
No,
no
no, no.
like actual meat on it.
No,
You're
duck
talking
feet is
like-
that big, dude.
So
You
you're
order-
talking like
Oh, he's talking the big.
he's
dogs.
talking
yeah.
meat goose.
I don't know. It was like a big
I
damn
don't know
foot.
what
I
it
was
was.
expecting little ones. Yeah.
He has no idea what
No.
he ate, dude. It could have been a flamingo
Fucking
foot.
ostrich.
He's got a flamingo foot he's eating.
I dropped
Jesus.
another
That's
F-bomb.
all right, dude. Don't worry about it.
No,
I'm effing it up.
our
As long as you don't get
flamingos have
nasty. So anyway, so now you do the 4 films in England, and then what? Her rotation gets shifted. You come back.
She's done with her tour, so she goes. What was horrible was while I was there, she got sent to the desert, so she became part of Operation Iraqi Freedom
In Iraq, Kuwait.
in
Iraq.
Qatar. She was in Qatar.
Jesus.
Wow.
So I'm in England all alone. Nobody. No,
Well,
I
but
don't-
now you've met a whole bunch of
yeah.
people.
So that's what really spurred the filmmaking was she went to the desert to fight for our country, and I'm like, let's make movies.
I'm on the government team. Let's do it.
I don't pay rent.
I'm on base housing. Let's do it, bitches.
Yeah.
That's
What's even better is we bought this awesome Mercedes while we were there.
Holy
A
crap.
sergeant was selling it. He sold it to us for like $600.
Oh my god.
So like we're driving around England in a Mercedes, like we're
Yeah, representing the Americans
Yeah.
poorly. I might add.
Yeah.
Look at them; they're just
eating,
consuming.
eating McDonald's in one
Yeah, they
hand.
don't care.
and-
What do you care? You're American.
Yeah.
Bunch of consumers.
These are fries, you motherfucker!
No, they don't
You
understand.
do not call these chips in my car.
In England, this is a large,
In England, it's a large.
Yeah.
So that
and they don't put ice in it
in what? I mean, as far as like
in your
beer.
drink. No, like I'll take
Any
a large.
cocktail?
They don't put ice in anything.
Well, that sucks. Don't
They
they know
don't
about the
believe in ice.
refrigeration thing? They don't believe in it.
No.
I mean, like they don't.
There are 80,000 amazing employee stories at BP. Isn't it time to start yours? Watch our videos at bp.com/ourstories.
So, all right. So, moving on. I was trying to get this whole Lenny thing going on. How much? Where are we at? 31. We got time. All right. So. Now you're in England. You're making the movies. When do you start doing the horror, the gore with the head splitting? Where did that come from, Joe? What
That
dark
was
place?
I've always wanted to do horror films. I grew up watching Elvira and Dr. Paul Bearer, and I was a huge Peter Jackson fan with Dead Alive, and I watched.
Dead Alive. Oh my god.
I was Sam Raimi, with Evil Dead and Evil Dead
Sure,
2 and
sure.
Army of Darkness. Those are movies I grew up with in high school. That's what I wanted to do. and Rawhead Rex and Nightmare on Elm Street and all these movies, and that's what I started writing. While we were doing improv, I was still writing scripts. I would go home and write scripts.
I know, dude. And you were writing books as well.
Yeah, I wrote 4 books that are out now.
That's
I'm on my
insane.
I'm on my 5th book right now, and then I have a series that I want to do, and then I have another book I want to. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, it's all in your head. It's coming out all at once.
Yeah.
You're like a Quentin Tarantino horror film Play-Doh machine, just popping it out.
Oh, fun factory.
He's a fun
Bah!
factory. Oh,
Yeah.
look, what weapon do we have? A cleaver. Bah, there's a movie with a cleaver in it. What's the next one? Weed whacker. Bah, there's a movie with a weed whacker in it.
Exactly.
And after I said that, you'll probably go home and write a damn script. What's the shortest amount of time you've written a script that actually came to fruition and became a feature?
4 days.
4 days, dude. I couldn't write a sketch script in 4 days.
I can't write a text in 4 days.
The most I ever wrote in one sitting was 45 pages.
This is why you're not getting laid.
Yeah,
Well, maybe not
probably.
though. It's quick. You're doing it quick.
Yeah.
You got time. You should be getting laid.
Well,
Okay.
Xbox takes up a lot of time too.
Yeah, you're on
I
the
have
phone.
to I have to segregate my writing, acting, producing, directing, Xbox, sex.
Sex is the last thing that he said. Writing, directing, Xbox, teeth. I gotta take care of the teeth.
Exactly.
And then after that,
Wipe my ass at some
waffles.
point.
Waffles are pretty important. And then
Waffles are
sex.
important.
Well, sex is over there. I mean, so now, so now you're
To me, making a movie is more attainable than sex.
because you write it all out.
That's right, because I know I can do this.
And this is from a married guy. We've been talking-
Fondles her breast fondly. That will never happen.
Yeah, but in the movie, I know exactly who's
Cuts
gonna
head
be
off with axe. I can do that.
That's awesome.
I know people who want to sit in makeup for 4 hours
Yeah.
more than want to have sex with me for 10 minutes. God.
If you guys want to call in, we'll be taking a break at the quarter of the hour at 8:45.
Do you have a watch with you?
I have the clock right over there. 8:45. The phone number is 727-331-6417. Marty, call us. Talk to Joe. Let's get everything
he
straight
listening?
out. Yeah, of course. He listens every week.
Well, probably
he's in Texas
nobody.
now. Yeah, you can check us out on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, double special at twitter.com. And again, quarter of the hour, we'll take a little break, play a little music. We'll come back and we'll take calls and we'll just talk about whatever. But I'm fascinated, Joe. When I actually, because every now and again, I go ahead and I look at who's been in the troupe and what they're doing. And when I pulled your name, I was like, holy crap, dude. This guy is pumping out movies and here's the thing, you're not doing like movies like we did, little sketches though. You've got crane shots.
Oh, I got pulled over.
You got crane shots and like dolly. I mean, we're talking $100,000 cameras.
yeah.
This is serious business, dude.
Yeah, you can go to popgunpictures.com right now. See Joe's demo reel. That's what I'm playing a little clip of here.
All right, you playing a clip from it? Yeah,
Is that my demo reel?
Yeah, it's a demo reel.
Oh, that's.
All right, turn it up. This is Tom Savini on the screen. Let's hear it.
Needs to be redone, my friend.
All right.
It's old. It's like I don't even have like 4 of my movies in there.
It's you on screen with Tom Savini.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Narrate what's going on.
Whatever.
Joe and Tom Savini just
We're
pulled out
running
big, huge
shotgun.
guns.
This is a real riot shotgun. I blasted through this wall with it. It was awesome. This is unearthed. That's Deborah Rashawn, world-renowned scream queen.
Sammy,
Ah.
Like 140 movies to
All right,
her
let's
name.
hear the Joe acting.
the company.
This is shot in Germany.
You know, the better looking half of the job.
That was a real laugh.
Is that my file?
Yes.
There's an H in Sarah.
Yes, I know. Good eye on that.
All right. That's a line, dude.
So what do you think?
I got my eye on your age.
That's right.
It's coming
Pop it
along.
up.
All right.
If you want to check out
If you want to
Joe's
be
demo
bored
reel.
to death, watch
I
that.
think we might have something.
No, it's good, man. It's again, you're on the screen with Tom Savini. You guys are pulling weapons out of the trunk of a car. How
Yeah.
cool was that, dude?
It was great, man.
You
It was
know,
good fun. Tom and I talk all the time, actually. We'll see each other at conventions and at horror conventions and chit chat and have coffee.
But now, just recently, you won an award. Yes.
Yes.
What film festival was it?
It was the Crystal Reel Award for the Florida Motion Picture and Television Association. As Night Falls won Best Picture.
So this is your latest feature, As Night Falls.
Yeah.
It's done.
It's done. It's in our distributor's hands.
What's the story about As Night Falls?
It takes place in a farmhouse, and this new family moves into this farmhouse, and it's haunted, and this little girl's trying to warn them, played by Grace Chapman. She plays Amelia, and she tries to warn Janine Melody's character, Elizabeth, that they need to vacate the property, but she can't quite get that across. And her parents, who killed Amelia, have also been killed. They also died. So they come back on the anniversary every year and kill whoever's in the house.
Yes. Wow.
And this family doesn't know that, so they moved in. It's this young girl with her boyfriend, and she's kind of watching their younger sister, Lily, which is played by... Lily Cordone plays Holly Croft, which is the younger girl. And that's who the Amelia identifies with, is the little sister. So they team up.
I see.
Anyway, so they end up... Otto, played by Dwight Senack, who's also a producer, plays Janine Melody's boyfriend, and then myself.
It would take me 8 years to write this script. It'd
take me 8 years to remember all these people's names.
Yeah. So I play Charlie Croft. I play the older brother, and the few of us kick the ghost's ass, really, basically.
You're like a new and improved Ghostbuster.
Well, the ghosts actually like manifest themselves and you're tangible, so you're like able to fight them.
Hurt them, yeah. Where was it shot?
Right up in Land O'Lakes, man.
So a lot of this stuff that you're shooting, with the exception of the one in Germany that you did, is here in Florida. You're shooting a lot of stuff locally?
Yeah, except for Fearmakers and Beast and Frostbite, everything has been made here.
Frostbite was done in
Alaska, yep.
And you were there for how long?
I was there in March. We shot it in March. I was there for a month.
And remote Alaska? Was this?
Yeah, Talkeetna, where my parents live.
How do you eat? Oh, your parents live in Alaska?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. Huh. Well, they moved there.
So you just shot at their house?
No, we shot in the town of Talkeetna, man. Talkeetna is this little rural town. It's about 2.5 hours away from Anchorage. There's about 100 people that live there. And it is absolutely a dream. It literally is.
Oh, it's nice.
It's the last stop you can take if you're going to go climb Denali.
Okay.
It's the last stop you can literally stop at. Like, that's where everyone stops and gets their gear and that kind of stuff, and then they go to the mountain.
Wow.
The cemetery for people who've fallen on Denali is in Talkeetna. So it's like a tourist destination for people, especially like a lot of Japanese come over to climb the mountain, and a lot of them die. So
because apparently Japanese are not very good at climbing.
No. A lot of people just in general die climbing Denali.
Really? Is it that bad?
It's horrible.
Wow.
It's the second tallest mountain in the world.
Is it? I'm not familiar with the Denali.
I don't.
Yeah.
It's Mount McKinley.
Oh, okay, McKinley. All right.
Yeah, the original Indian name is Denali.
Well, I wouldn't know that. Why would I know that?
He's not Indian.
Yeah, I'm not Indian. I don't.
God,
never been
I thought you were.
McKinley, I know.
Yes. Well, it's McKinley. Sorry.
So you do Frostbite, which is, and this is a zombie film, basically.
Yeah.
But it's set in an Arctic sort of
situation. It's this town called Frostbite. They named it Frostbite. Is this rural little town, and
that's where Moose comes from.
Yeah.
There's only a few survivors, and they kind of band together, and then there's this religious zealot who's trying to take everything they got, and it basically moves about them fighting the other humans and not the zombies, because in the end, really zombies aren't the problem. It's going to be the raiders who come in and try to take all your stuff.
Wait, what? Raiders?
Raiders, yeah.
And zombies.
And zombies, yeah.
I lost.
He's got like a Mad Max thing going on with his search for gasoline.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's combining things together.
Dude,
the next is Kindergarten Cop, but no, I'm kidding. So
Kindergarten Cop and what?
And zombies.
Continue that, really?
Yeah,
that's
like kid zombies.
Can you come up with something cooler?
I actually do have a movie idea. I'll pitch it to you in the second half. No, I mean but this is something that's been in my head, and I think it could be not a departure from the horror, because there's still definitely in this movie idea the ability to have plenty of gore and stuff, but it's more of a psychological thriller.
Right.
So you might be interested. Anyway, so now here's the question it keeps rolling around in my head. Where do you get the money for all this crap, dude? What are you going meeting like sheiks? What are you doing? Where you deny?
Yeah, basically.
Or Dubai, rather? Where are you meeting these guys?
Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to Twitter about being on the show.
Friggin' Twitter, man. This friggin' Twitter. Are people listening on Twitter?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Twitter?
I know he's listening to us.
Nice politics. Well, that's from last week, I think. I'm a real tiger in the sack from Matt. What does that mean, a tiger?
That's Matt Koff. I don't know who he is. But
oh, that's a song that played that I put on there. So now, where do you get the money, dude?
I create proposals, basically, as I put the script together and a treatment, and I do posters in Photoshop and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the poster for As Night Falls, by the way, excellent.
That was done by Dwight Cenac and Brittany Stevenson.
I don't know who those people are.
Dwight's producer. He played Otto. Dwight's awesome. He runs Crown Productions, which is out of Jacksonville.
Cool.
And
great poster. It looks great.
Yeah.
Nice retro feel to it.
I love it, dude. I love that poster. Cool. Robert Englund stole that poster from us at a convention.
Friggin' Freddy.
Yeah, it was in a frame. We had one. We put it in a frame. It was really nice.
He took the poster? Oh, I thought he took the idea.
No, he walked by like 6 times and said, "I really like that poster. I really like that poster. I want it." And then he came by again. We had our backs turned, and the poster was gone.
Holy crap!
We can only assume it was him
because he's one of the visitors. He was like,
yeah.
He was the good visitor. He just opened his jaw, like dislocated it, like he was gonna swallow a rabbit, but he took the poster.
He Freddy Kruegered it back into a nightmare.
Holy crap, dude!
Yeah.
Did anybody? I would have tweeted his ass.
We didn't know. We didn't have proof, but it had to be him. It was the only one who kept saying he wanted.
No cameras in there. Nothing.
Nah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you know where Robert Englund is at this moment in time, call the police.
If you're in his house, get our poster back. No,
I'm afraid to call our ass.
But
no, it looks
what
great.
were we talking about?
Funding.
Right. So I create proposals.
Yeah.
Tell us where the money is.
Yeah, where is it?
And I ask everyone I know.
Everyone you know, as far as like in the film industry, or just
anyone. I have set up seminars where I've talked to several investors at once and shown them my ideas, and I go to everybody, man. Anyone who I think might be interested in the film industry or might be interested in investing, I go to them and I tell them the opportunity that you can have investing in film. It's better than investing in real estate.
Sure,
because even if you don't get your money back, now you've given work to all these people, cast and crew.
Yeah.
You've come out.
Joe's a job creator.
You come out, they're on set, they get to see all this stuff happening. You got cranes and cameras and lights, and awesome. It's amazing. You got all this effects stuff. You got a premiere when you're done with the movie. You come out to the premiere and it's huge. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just come to the theater and it's amazing, that feeling.
You're selling glamour to dentists' wives, is what it is.
And then even if it doesn't do well in the distribution market, now they have posters and DVDs and T-shirts, and they can say, "Look what I did."
Well, that was a part of. Right?
Look what I made.
So what's the lowest investment somebody can make and the highest? I mean, obviously
depends on the budget of the film. Okay. Yeah, like let's say As Night Falls is budgeted $150,000.
That's not really in movie standards a lot of money.
That's no money.
It's no money. It's
bare
bones.
It's like money.
Usually it's a mill up.
Well, they don't even consider that low budget. Low budget indie, according to Hollywood, is $2.5 million.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Low budget is 2.5.
Well, that's so you can afford Fred Willard.
Yeah. And who doesn't want Fred Willard?
I want him so
I like
bad.
Eugene Levy, actually.
Oh my god.
I prefer Eugene Levy.
I would do so many things for Eugene.
Yeah. Just his eyebrows alone. They carry him around where he wants to go.
So you're on the low end of the whole.
Yeah, we're not even recognized.
But you are though. That's the thing. I've been looking at within the context of where your films are in the industry. You guys are considered sort of the darlings of this indie horror film. I mean, honestly, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You've got Rain Brown. She's pretty well known.
Yep,
I mean, she's
absolutely
obviously right. And so you're pumping out films. It's not like, oh, he's kind of doing. No, you're pumping them out, dude.
Yeah, I won't stop, man, and I sacrifice a lot to make that happen.
I think
but it also helps too. When I went to Alaska, I knew I was going up there to see my father, who's passed since then. We buried him on the 10th of September, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
And I went up there to see my dad, and I was like, I'm going to go up there, but I want to make a movie because I've never been up there, and I bet there's people up there who want to make a movie. I Craigslisted. I'm going to come up to Alaska. I want to shoot a movie. This is what I've done. If anyone interested, send me an email.
Lots of emails.
200.
Wow.
Got up there. I met Beth Skabar. She was our director of photography.
And that's everybody in that town.
That's everyone in Alaska.
Sarah Palin, you got to...
No, I didn't. No, she didn't audition well.
She's a bitch.
No. Alaska's literally half the size of the United States.
Right, it's huge.
And there's only about 300,000 people that live there. Mm-hmm. Most of them live in Anchorage. So, but I had two of the best UCF fighters in the film in Frostbite.
Wow.
I had two of the best UCF fighters. Oh, no.
UFC.
In Frostbite, I was thinking like the little town. I got confused again. So.
Yeah, you are confused.
UFC. I had Stephen Walkus, who is right now the title holder in Alaska for lightweight, and I had Cheyenne Buchanan, who is also a title holder.
They're all like, I want to be in your film, and I will kick some.
Well, they auditioned, man, and they're
in
great.
Alaska?
They're fighting, dude.
Really, it's just
The circuit up there is huge. What else you gonna do?
Yeah, what else? Listen, we're gonna.
But these guys are great,
glorify
man. And
the
then,
beauty of nature.
but then but these guys came out, they auditioned, and then this great actress Cassandra Lee came by, and she auditioned, and these people are amazing. And there's tons of people up there who are busting their ass in the film industry, and it's just this small little group in Anchorage who are just trying to make movies, and there's really how you gonna And I was amazed. They totally came out and everyone supported making the movie, and they had no idea who I was.
That's awesome. Well, they were just like, it's something to do. No, I'm kidding.
Probably.
Yeah, they were like, well,
Like, hey, this idiot's coming up. Let's show him how it's done.
Yeah, I can't do the bingo anymore. Can't have it.
Yeah.
Listen, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and talk a little bit more to Joe Davison, and we'll talk about some stuff that's going on. The phone number is 727-331-6417 if you'd like to give us a call. Marty, if you're out there, give us a call. Say hello to Joe. Jason, if you're out there. Any old hooligans that want to give us a call, give us a call.
Somebody
Anyone who remembers the Hooligans.
No, that's okay. I told them not to call it the second half. Then now it's on. We'll be back in a couple minutes with the second half of the double special show with Jordan Lee. My name is Chris Gorges, and our special guest in the studio.